Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm very well. Yourself?
I am very, very good. I saw on your Twitter that you've just moved into is it your first ever flat?
I have, yes.
How's that going?
It's been amazing. I moved in last week, and I kind of never really appreciated the type of kind of boring things you have to buy for like a flat.
Yeah.
I've only been thinking about like PlayStation and TV, but I've had to like go out and get bed sheets and like microwave and just that kind of thing. So it's been a lot of like John Lewis visits.
Have you been on like Which, the comparison thing? Is James
No,
TW
no.
on the...
No, I haven't. But it's been amazing. Thank you for asking. That's really.
What's the most boring thing you've bought for your flat so far? I mean, this is going to make great radio, so I'm not asking for an explanation.
Yeah,
but
the most boring thing I've been researching loads
okay.
is a steamer. Because I kind of suck at ironing, and I bought a steamer in America when I was going on tour, and they're amazing.
It's one of those things where you do it like
you just kind of like wand the stuff. You don't have to like press. You just kind of just wave this thing, and it gets rid of all the wrinkles. And it's amazing. So I'd recommend a steamer to anyone.
How old are you, James?
I'm 20.
What would 18-year-old James TW have said to you just now?
What is wrong with you? Oh my! It would have been like, how have you aged so quickly?
Yeah.
That's probably what I would have said.
Price comparison websites
Yeah,
for steamers.
it's the little weird things that you love, and now it's become a steamer.
And that's showbiz, really.
Oh,
Steamers, yeah.
Oh,
Plus,
for
you
sure.
can whack it in your suitcase,
Yeah,
take
exactly.
it touring.
Exactly. Like because when you're touring as well, you get stuff out, and it's terribly creased and horrible.
Yeah.
You know, like, and there's just some satisfaction in just like getting rid of all of it effortlessly with this magic wand.
I'd just like to point out there's no sort of steamer company paying anything for
I'm
this.
I'm not sponsored by any steamer companies. I'm
Sponsored
not
by Bosch, the new steamer.
Yeah.
I've been looking in my post every day, and my housewarming invite hasn't come through yet.
Oh.
I don't know, have you posted them out yet, or is it more of a Facebook thing? Or
maybe it's a Facebook thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I've done.
But you have definitely sent me the housewarming invite,
I think
right?
I did. It was a while ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did you send it?
Well,
Just so we can
let's
track
just not
it down.
get into specifics, I think. But,
Okay.
But they're on the way.
Obviously, you batched it out as a lot of people, so mine might have got lost along the way. But it's cool. I'll get you to get your phone out before you leave.
Just send me a message when you
right in
get it.
front of me. Has anyone given you any housewarming gifts yet?
Well, yeah. So like most of them are just like vouchers to like go and buy something. But I've been given. Well, the thing is, my mum came and met me down at the flat, right? And like in standard mum mode, she brought down like a week's worth of food in Tupperwares and like unlimited Pringles for some reason, and just all these things that are great, but like kind of like so mum to do that, you know. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go and do like a supermarket shop. I won't need to do that for like a month.
No, you're sorted. I think when I moved into my first flat, somebody came and brought me dishwasher tablets.
Nice.
And I was like, this seems like the most boring thing in the world, but mate, dishwasher tablets are expensive.
Yeah. I mean, I look at a supermarket completely different now, because now I have to get everything. So,
This is, as I said, this is once again the showbiz life.
It is. Dishwasher tablets and steamers.
If you were going to have a housewarming party, what music is on the speakers?
That's a really good question.
The first song that you'll play at your housewarming party.
Oh, well, it'd be some throwback thing for sure. I don't know, probably Stevie Wonder or something.
Stevie Wonder.
Just to get everyone in the mood.
Okay, and the last song. So, like, imagine you're at a club and they always have, like, Mr. Brightside.
Oh, yeah. Well, the last one, I feel like I wouldn't want it to be as pumping as Mr. Brightside. It would have to, like... What they always played last at like the school discos when you were 12 was Angels by Robbie Williams. Maybe that one. Everyone would slow dance. And
I feel like Robbie Williams' Feel was underrated. I feel like that's better than Angels.
Probably, but that's the one that in my head like is the time you go up to your crush when you're 12 and like tell them. You know?
With Angels playing in the background.
Yeah,
be like,
crazy memories.
Have you ever, you're talking about going up to your crush when you're 12 years old. Have you got any embarrassing moments where kind of you might have approached someone when you were younger and you look back on it and you're like, why did I do that?
Oh, I'm sure everyone has those. Our mind probably chooses to forget them though. That's the thing. From like what I remember from those same like school disco things was like, there were like a few kids in the year that like tried to break dance every time. Like there was circle would be created, right? The circle.
Where did you go to school? In a musical?
No. Yeah, I went to High School Musical and but I was like, I really wanted to be good at breakdancing, right? So I saw this like trick where this guy kind of runs forward and he like kicks his leg like that, and the momentum makes him do a backflip. Right?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
And it's called, I think it's called Kick the Moon or whatever is the
So
move.
you're running forward.
So
I won't ask you to demonstrate
I could do like the worm. So I was like, I've got this, you know.
It's a big step up from the worm.
And I kind of just tried it and landed on my back, and it really hurt. You know, like there's no way I made that look smooth in any way.
I'm guessing it didn't
and
work.
everyone just went, oh, like, it was one of those, the entire room, like.
Normally it's fine if people are laughing, I find.
And I never tried it again, really. That was it. One Kick the Moon I did.
You're not going to pull that out on tour?
No, I've retired it. I've retired the move.
How would you rate your dancing?
Oh, well, I'd say a solid 6.5, 7.
It's quite a confident number, though.
Yeah? Oh, really?
I'd like to think
6.5.
professional level is like 9.
Yeah. I like...
Not that I'm like disputing it. You could be a great dancer.
Dancing, like, obviously, once you've had like a drink is great. But in music videos, like, once, like, they were like, oh, everyone just needs to kind of be dancing. When you're being, like, filmed, like, knowing everyone's going to see you, you question everything you do. Like, I was there, like, how do you do this? And it's just awkward. So, yeah, it's fun when no one's kind of watching.
When you're filming music videos, what's kind of the least? Because to say to me on the outside, it looks like it's really cool. It looks like it's really showbiz.
Yeah.
It looks like it's kind of living the high life. What's the least kind of showbiz thing? What's something that people don't expect about filming a music video?
I guess, I mean, what's the weirdest thing? For me, I choose music videos based on like my own acting capabilities and abilities. I'll never do something too crazy. And I think there's a lot of just like sitting around and doing nothing for it's like hurry up and wait. It's like you'll get there. Oh, well, maybe like big artists don't do this, but I get there and like you're meant to start filming in an hour and usually don't start filming for 3 hours or something, and you're just bored, you know, and when it gets going, it's fine, but there's a lot of waiting around. It's not like you're waiting around with Dom Perignon and you're just kind of like sat there eating a sandwich.
Yeah, Lucozade and a ham sandwich in the corner.
Like I would go meal deal every day.
Yeah, and
you just wait. So
what do you do to kill the time, especially when you're on like radio tours like this, when you're kind of doing long journeys,
traveling and stuff?
What do you do?
I like kind of video games and stuff. So that Nintendo have like this new Game Boy thing called a Switch, and that you can play Mario Kart on it and Zelda and stuff. So a bit of that. I'm trying to read more. I feel like, reading is good for you, right? Yeah. It's just to learn words and just see perspectives. I'm always like the non-fiction guy, though. I like stories, but I prefer finding out real things, you know, like that I could tell other people and it'd be useful. So bit of reading too.
So you're not playing like I Spy in the back of the car with Will from the record label who's with you?
Yeah, Will and I, we'll chat. What will happen is usually like we'll be all energized in the morning, and then by the afternoon we're probably just listening to music on headphones and just kind of like ugh.
So we've got you, obviously this interview is being played out in the evening, but we've got you, it's about 10:30 now, so you're at your most energized right now.
I guess right now, and seeing as you guys kindly got some flapjacks and cookies over here, I will be even more energized in a bit.
You can only get one of those though, it's one of each.
That's
and then
what it is.
Obviously we hand them out to the rest of the station. It's for when the next artists come in. It's just one, and we're not made of money, James.
No, I wasn't implying, but I understood one flapjack. Okay.
Now, a lot of people kind of know you from where you started on YouTube. You started in 2010, was it?
Yes. Oh, yeah, 2010.
How old were you? Was that 12?
I was 12. I was 12, yeah.
Do you watch back these old videos, or have you deleted them?
They're not. A lot of the ones I kind of cringe at are not publicly. I got rid of those, but they're still on like an old computer hard drive, and occasionally I'll plug it in and like watch them. And it's funny because at the time, like, I was like, wow, like, this is really good, and I think anyone, like, I was just proud of it in a great way that I wanted to keep doing it. But then everyone grows at whatever they're doing and progresses, and looking back, I can see glimpses of still things that I do, like vocally or guitar wise, but it's just it feels so much further down the line, it's funny to look back.
Is there going to be a point in the future where you're going to dig out that hard drive and you're going to re-upload all of your...
Maybe. I don't know. Like, obviously, there's going to be people who have things to say about these performances,
But then you were 12.
True.
So
True.
I feel like you've got some leeway.
Yeah,
It
there's
was
a
like
little
8
bit
years
of an
ago.
excuse for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Have you got any on your phone now, or are they all properly hidden away?
They're all properly hidden, like in a cupboard somewhere, hidden away.
Locked away behind a safe
Yeah.
with like 4 padlocks on the door and saying,
bodyguards
do
and
not
everything.
enter,
For
nothing in here. What's the strangest YouTube comment you've ever read on one of your kind of videos? Because I always find that the YouTube comment section is probably the weirdest place on the internet. Obviously, something that you can say on the radio.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to process, what I can and can't. But I won't, say any rude words. But someone, okay, I have 2.
Okay.
First, funny, weird one was I did like an Icy Fire cover, which was like the song that I guess Ed Sheeran wrote for the Hobbit film.
Yeah.
And someone was like, "You actually look like a hobbit." So I like this so much more because I think you should be in the film.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, I think I was offended, right? I was like, who wants to look like a hobbit?
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
it's
not the best thing someone could say about. And then I guess another weird one was like, someone just like commented, I just made love to this cover with my partner. And
nice
that was like it, just phrased really strangely. And it made me feel very uncomfortable.
The 2 comments weren't made by the same person.
No,
were they?
thank
So,
God. Yeah, I'd
big
avoid
Lord
that
of the-
person.
Like big Lord of the Rings fans
Yeah.
at that point.
Anyway, so there's 2 weird ones.
They are very strange. The Hobbit one, yeah, I think I would have been a bit fair. You don't look like a Hobbit.
Thank
just to
you.
Point
Cheers. Well, maybe. I mean, I did it when I was 14 or something. So
I can't confirm whether you didn't look like a Hobbit when you were 14.
Well, let's not
but
get any pictures
now,
up, just in case.
now that you're 20, I don't think you look like a Hobbit now.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. I know you came here to hear that.
Yes, I did.
And your new single, obviously, that's the second reason why you came here.
Absolutely.
It's Say Love. It's out now.
Yeah.
How did that track come about?
The song, it kind of came in a more rare way than usual. Usually, I'll go into a writing session with some concepts and some song kind of writing ideas, and I'll pitch them to the people I'm working with, and then we'll deliver it or try the best we can to deliver it. This time, I kind of went in, sat down before anyone had got there, just was twinkling on the piano, and kind of came up with this melody. And was started singing it, and as people kind of came through the door, the people I was working with, we didn't even really say hi. They just were like, "Oh, the next bit should go da 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 da," and then we kind of it just happened. So it was, and we didn't have any lyric. It just kind of came out in the session in the day. So and what the song's about, I guess, as well is kind of the balance of the excitement of meeting someone new and wanting to be with someone new, but then the patience of not really rushing anything, because I'm the type of person that like is the first to like fully commit and imagine years down the line what we'll achieve and all that kind of thing, when sometimes you just have to let it grow by itself.
Yeah, don't imagine the name of the dog. Don't imagine...
Exactly. As fun as it may be, you have to leave those things to kind of happen by themselves.
Yeah, because the last time you were in the studio, it was for When You Love Someone.
Yes.
Have you got an album on the way?
Yes, that's my plan. That is what I'm very excited about, is putting that together this year and hopefully getting it out later.
How far along are you now?
Well, I feel like we have the majority of the songs. Now, what happens is kind of you have those songs, then you go and kind of fully produce them rather than kind of the demo forms they're in now.
Yeah.
So I feel like we've pretty much chosen most of those songs. So we'll work on those producing, then we just got to put it together, got to think of a name. And
have you had any ideas for a name so far?
Yeah, I've had a bunch.
Have you had any that you've just like written off completely? Because I can imagine right now, I want to ask you for the name of the album that you've come up with, but I imagine you're not going to say the names that are in the shortlist because obviously you don't want to say that.
I could easily tell you. Yeah, I could easily. I mean,
tell me something that you
like. 4 out of 5 is like, no, that's so stupid. You know, like.
I thought that was the name of the album. I was like 4 out of 5. I was trying to figure that out. Do you mean 4 out of 5?
I thought of this really stupid, not really that funny one the other day, which was like, just call it Is Really Cool. That's what it would be. So everyone would go, James W's album is really cool.
Yeah, that would work.
And then
for
just
radio.
on every TV thing, I would just get a little kick in the morning when it's like 5 a.m. and you're doing the performance and you're like, oh, that was funny. You know?
And it's all worth it. It will be a pain for me on the radio.
It would be
like,
awful for you guys.
Yeah, so I'll be like, it's a new track from James TW, take it from his new album. It is really cool. And it's kind of
in
like,
other sentences, it sounds terrible.
I was going to say, it's kind of like, just sounds like I can't speak English.
Yeah.
Which I struggle with most of the time anyway.
Either way, it brings discussion.
Okay, well, if Is Really Cool comes out now as the album, I'm going to... I've made my point clear.
You have, and I can pretty much guarantee that's not going to be the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you're kind of in the studio, what do you need with you to have like a mega productive writing session? Like what mood do you need to be in?
Interesting.
Kind of, do you need to have like studio snacks?
I think I need to be excited to go in firstly, because there's for sure been times where I've been in other countries and I'm not I just want to go home.
Yeah.
Or I just don't want to be creative that day. And that always is going to weigh down on the session. Snacks and stuff. I don't drink coffee or tea, but I'll quite happily have a hot chocolate.
Okay.
So hot chocolate would be great, especially during like the middle of the day when maybe you're getting a bit hungry and stuff. And then usually for time's sake, I keep mentioning it, but like a meal deal is really good to just like go to the nearest supermarket and make a crisp sandwich. You know, like that's fast and you can get straight back in and feel really good.
So this whole interview has basically been sponsored by meal deals and steamers.
Yes, this is me.
As
right
I said,
now.
what would 18-year-old James say to you right now?
I mean, in terms of the meal deal, he'd probably be like fair play.
It's a great meal deal.
I've been doing that since birth. Really, so.
Well, that was efficient that you were straddling down to Boots when you were like 4 months old. Like, get me that meal deal.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming down to our studios again, our new studios.
Yes, thank you for having me. It looks amazing.
Thank you.
And I will enjoy my flapjack.
And I'm going to hit play on Say Love on KMFM now. Can I get you to introduce it, please?
Yes, I am James TW, and this is my new song, Say Love.
KMFM.
The Hit List.